Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing today? So today I got another crazy current events video for you guys. And this is another really crazy one. And GTA 6 or Rockstar Games got hacked again. And you're probably wondering when you're watching this video, you're like, again? Yep, it happened again. So basically there has been this new hacking group that nobody has ever heard of that has hacked Rockstar Games. They have released two different videos of GTA 6 gameplay. They also apparently released a screenshot showing the GTA 6 map. I will say straight off the bat here that I cannot show you guys the screenshot. I can't show you guys the gameplay because I'm going to get struck on my channel. Because anybody who's posting any of this stuff, the map or the gameplay or any of that stuff is getting struck, so I'm not even going to take a chance on it. However, though, I have seen both the videos and I have looked at the map and I will tell you guys what I think. Just for people that don't have time to watch the whole video, I'll say right at the start here, I think that the two videos are real. The videos are real, but I don't think the map is real. I think the map is actually fake, and I'll explain why I think the map is fake. I'll also explain what I saw in the video here. I'll also link this article down below. But anyways, GTA 6, gameplay and map appear to leak online. Group reportedly responsible threatens Rockstar over all digital future. And this is, an IGN article. I'll link it down below. So these guys who are hacking into Rockstar games, they're not like those idiots that hacked like a couple months back who basically just wanted like a huge ransom from Rockstar. These guys, they're not even asking for any money or anything. These guys, according to their demands, they are pissed about, GTA being all digital. They're pissed about games going all digital. They're saying that there should be support for single player games. However, though, these guys also appear to be very suspicious. And the reason I say that is because these guys are posting their meme coins, their cryptocurrency stuff, which they posted on their website, and a bunch of links to a bunch of cryptocurrency, meme coins, all that other stuff. That stuff to me is sketchy as hell. I don't deal in any cryptocurrency. I don't even touch that stuff. The only thing I look at is stocks, but I'd never, deal any cryptocurrency because I think it's unstable and I think it's always just so suspicious looking. So if you see any, cryptocurrency links to these guys, I'm telling you guys, stay away from it. It could be a scam. You could get hacked. So any of the cryptocurrency stuff, you stay away from this. So like these guys, you gotta also remember these guys broke the law, so they might not have any concerns about breaking other laws, scamming people, ripping people off, hacking into other people. You also have to keep that in mind. While what they're saying is they're complaining about corporate greed, is you don't know the other motives that they have also. So just that's basically what I'll say about that too. But anyways, GTA 6 appears to have suffered yet another significant leak after what looks like legitimate gameplay videos and an image of the full map appeared online. Two videos showing GTA 6 gameplay have emerged, one featuring protagonist Jason playing basketball outside his home, the other showing Jason driving a car and attacking an NPC. An image reportedly of the complete map has also hit the internet. While it's currently unclear how these assets emerged or how old they all point to a cryptocurrency and a website that reportedly belonged to a group called CyberLeak. Again, stay away from these guys. Don't click on any of their cryptocurrency stuff. The website contains 3 demands of Rockstar Games and other video game publishers, seemingly in response to the all-digital future suggested by digital pre-orders, fake single-player DLC, and the removal of single-player content consumers have paid for. So again, they're pissed off about things like the Ultimate Edition, having those stores that are locked unless you have the Ultimate Edition. They're pissed about, no discs, and they've hacked into Rockstar and they've released this stuff. Now, I suspect that a lot of this stuff is also old. The footage is also old, but even if the footage is old, it does look good. Now, how do I know that the footage is real? How I know that the footage is real is for 2 reasons. The first reason is that the footage does not appear AI at all to me. So when I was searching up the footage earlier today, so I was looking up like videos to try to see it, there was so much AI slop. Like so many people posting like fake AI, gameplay videos of just the supposed GTA 6 stuff. But I could tell when it's AI because the colors for AI, like the coloring, how AI colors like their videos, it has that weird like filter. People know what I'm talking about. Like the walking animation for like AI videos doesn't seem as natural. And the second reason is, and this is probably the most important reason, is that Rockstar Games and Take-Two Interactive are striking anybody who uploads this footage. So anybody who uploads those 2 videos, or they upload the map, they are getting struck. And this is not just happening on YouTube, it's happening on Twitter, it's happening on other forms of social media, it's happening on streamable here also. Like, this was like a video that was here earlier. Now the video is no longer available due to a copyright claim. You know, they can't strike me for this, for, you know, showing a black screen here. But you know, I'm not too concerned with them striking this video because I'm not showing any gameplay or anything like that. I'm basically just talking about what I have seen. And if they are doing that, they do end up striking this video, this is pretty much a violation of my free speech, if they are, because you can't strike people for, you know, talking about something that they saw. Anyways, the two videos. Let's move on to what was in the two videos. The first video, the basketball thing. So it shows Jason. It doesn't show the interior of Jason's house, but you know that house that, you know, Brian Heaton pulls up to, one of Brian's rental properties that Jason is living at. It shows Jason basically walking downstairs from his deck and then basically just picking up a basketball and just playing basketball. And it's manually aiming, you know, the basketball. It shows a little basketball mini game. The animations, the walking, it seems nice. It seems similar to Red Dead. The way he climbs down because he climbs down off the rail, he jumps down off that. It seems like that. One other thing I noticed is that they have two currency systems. There's two different currency systems. There's also a comma in between the money for the first time, so you're now going to be able to easily see money. So, like, you know, when you have like the $1 million, you're going to be able to more easily see that it's $1 million, because like when people have like $1 billion, sometimes it's a little hard to see exactly how much money they have in GTA right now, because there isn't any commas in between the, you know, the three numbers each time. So that's the big change with the money. The second currency, I have no idea what that could be. So I don't know. I suspect that the second currency might be something drug related. At least that's what I think. It might be drug related, or it might be a form of cryptocurrency in the game. I'm talking about cryptocurrency that's actually in the game. So they might have like a, you know, something for like criminals, because criminals get paid a lot of times in cryptocurrency. They deal in cryptocurrency because it's untraceable. So that's what it could be. The second form, you know, money form, I suspect it could be a drug form of money, or it could be cryptocurrency. That's what I think. The second video shows Jason on some kind of highway. I think it's in the Florida Keys area. That's what it seemed like to me, because it seems like there was like a few islands. It doesn't seem like it was like a city area to me at all. And Jason is basically driving around in his pickup truck. He then, you know, goes in the opposite way. He crashes into a, you know, a van, which is very similar to the post-op van, how it looks, but it's a different color. It's brown. Looks very similar to a UPS truck. And then the driver gets out. He starts fighting Jason, and Jason starts fist fighting him. Now, when Jason is fist fighting this driver, the fist fighting animation looks very similar to Red Dead. Like, if you play a lot of like Red Dead, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like the animation, the moves, everything like that. But it's no surprise, because Rockstar's gonna be using that engine, because, you know, it's their more updated thing. But again, this footage could be from years ago, so a lot of that stuff could have changed. And then Jason ends up actually taking the wrench away from the driver in the fight, and then just ends up beating him to death with the wrench. Then Jason gets a wanted level. In the wanted level, there is now 6 stars. So 6 stars have come back, and then Jason just basically pulls up towards like a helicopter, and then the video just cuts off. You don't see him getting into the helicopter. He drives up to a helipad, and you see it right there. In the video that I was watching, I think that I saw Jason on the right side of the steering wheel. Like, his steering wheel was on the right side, which I found that a bit weird. Which that could be that it's like a beta build or something like that, because in the US, in America, steering wheels are on the left side. They're not on the right side. So I found that personally a bit weird. I don't know if it was the angle that the video was played at or something like that, but just when I saw it, I'm pretty sure that I saw him driving with the right side steering wheel. So I noticed that right away, and I thought that was a bit weird. But that's it for the two videos. Let me just see if there's anything more here in this article. Contained with the manifesto is a criticism of the lack of a physical disc for GTA 6, as well as the crew, which was at the heart of the Stop Killing Games consumer movement after Ubisoft made it unplayable, even by those who bought the game. CyberLeak goes on to threaten other video game publishers, presumably with gameplay leaks such as this one suffered by GTA 6. Publishers should beware. This manifesto concludes, if CyberLeak can reach Rockstar, no one is safe. This is a message to all big corporations. Behave or be the next target. The authenticity of the gameplay and map image remains unconfirmed, but it appears that Rockstar and parent company Take-Two are working to remove video uploads from across social media. Meanwhile, the meme coin advertised by the assets now has a huge amount of attention on it, although there is some concern online that it's part of a cryptocurrency scam. IGN has asked both Rockstar and Take-Two for comments. So again, guys, stay away from their cryptocurrency links. If you see these hackers posting in that stuff, stay away from it. I'm pretty sure that that's a scam. Don't touch any of that cryptocurrency garbage. But anyways, I wanted to actually show you guys Take-Two stock right here. Let me show you guys that right now. Okay, so guys, take a look at this. This is Take-Two Interactive stock right now. and as you guys can see, it is not doing so well right now. Basically, if we just take a look at it, earlier today it was like at around $247, almost 50 cents, and now it's actually dropped down, $6. And I will say this is usually when a stock drops like this in a single day, it is not a good thing. Now. If you're wondering why the stock is dropping, the reason that the stock is dropping is because investors are panicking over this. Investors, and the thing is, sometimes I do stocks also. I'm not a complete expert on it, but what I can tell you is that I think a lot of investors, they panic too much, and I think a lot of investors are idiots. I do think they are. The uh Investors are panicking, scared that Rockstar Games is like compromised, and they're scared that GTA 6 is going to be a bad game in the end. It is not. It is going to be a successful. So Rockstar could get hacked 5 more times until, November still from today. GTA 6 is still going to be a massive success when it releases. They've been working on that game for how many years now? It's still going to be a massive success. But these investors, how they look at it is they basically think like, oh, Rockstar's gotten hacked. This is really bad. It might be time for me to pull out and sell my stock. And then what happens is, because the investors are panicking, the stock starts falling. Now remember that the stock market is not a representation of the economy. It's not even a representation of how a company is truly doing. The stock is just a representation of how people feel about a company. That's what it primarily is. So if investors feel good about a company, the stock is going to tend to go up. So again, I'm not a financial advisor, but what I can tell you is, if you are holding Take-Two stock right now and you're wondering should I sell or not, I would just tell you, in my opinion, is don't panic. I have a lot of shares in this. This makes anybody feel, if anybody's scared about holding their Take-Two stock, I have hundreds of shares of Take-Two stock, and I am going to sell probably after GTA 6 comes out. So I'm just holding. I'm holding for the long game. And I'm not too concerned. So I'm a bit pissed. Yes, I'm annoyed because it was much higher. Like a week ago, it was at $253. It was much higher. I was up much more. I'm still up a bit, but I was up much higher a week ago. So I'm gonna still keep holding. So if you have any Take-Two stock and you're panicking, the only thing I would say is don't panic, because it's gonna. I'm pretty confident that it's gonna go up. So like when this trailer comes out, like in 9 days, I think it'll go up, and I think that when GTA 6 releases, when we get closer, it's going to go up even higher. And then February, when they do the earnings call after GTA 6, I think it'll go up even more. So that's just my opinion. Do what you want, but I'm just giving you my thoughts on it. Now, I will say the other thing about this is that Rockstar Games and Take-Two Interactive, I will say, is this hack that happened today, a lot of this crap is their fault. And how it's their fault is this corporate greed. That's basically what I'll say about it. No, I'm not saying that it's a good thing that the hackers hacked into Rockstar. It's not what I'm saying at all. But here's what I'm saying, is that, do you guys remember in 2023 when Rockstar Games had gotten hacked? And we're not talking about the 2022 hack where, all the gameplay got released. I'm talking the 2023 one. This is the one where basically they were Rockstar. It was like December 2023. I'm pretty sure when it happened. And Rockstar Games had said, we're going to have a trailer on this day in December. They were announced it a couple days beforehand. What happened was I bought a bunch of stock in Take-Two. It was that day when they announced when the trailer was coming. And the reason I did that was because I was hoping to basically make a quick flip, and that the stock would basically, go up the next day when the trailer releases, and I would make a quick buck. That was essentially my idea, and it was working at first. It was that night the stock was going up. I was getting excited, but then what ends up happening is some moron leaked the GTA 6 trailer one day early. Now I don't know how he got that. I think it was a hack as well. And when this guy had leaked the GTA 6 trailer early, what happened was investors were panicking at that time. They were panicking. They were freaking out. They thought that Rockstar Games had been compromised, and they started just mass selling off, their Take-Two stock. And what happened was the stock fell a bunch. I was down. I was pissed because I was up a bunch, and then I was down. And then it took me basically a month to, break even after that. And that's why I say that the investors, they're kind of dumb. They didn't understand, how the game works, that this game is going to be successful in the long run, but they were just so concerned with somebody leaking the trailer one day beforehand. But what Rockstar did, and this is important to today, what Rockstar did to minimize the damage that guy did when he leaked the trailer is what they did was they released the trailer one day early. So when that hacker or whoever leaker, however they got that trailer one day early, they released that first trailer early in that exact same day, one day before they said that they were going to, in response to this, because they said, oh, this hackers, or leaker had posted this stuff. We're going to post this right now to stop, people from posting this constantly. And so they basically just posted the trailer early on. It was a massive success. It got a bunch of views. Now, the thing is, the smart thing in Rockstar's shoes, the smart thing would be to post the trailer, post the trailer right now. That would be the smart thing to do. They could basically minimize the damage that has happened right now, and they could just post that, trailer that they have planned on August 27th right now. They could post that. That would be the ideal thing to do. However, though, they can't do that. And the reason they can't do that is because their own greed, and this is what I mean, corporate greed has caused this. Their own greed, because of this, has backfired on them, and it shot them in the foot. So basically, they have a deal with Netflix. You have to remember that. We don't know exactly what the specifics are, but it's kind of obvious that Netflix has paid Rockstar off. And because Netflix has paid Rockstar, they have some kind of contract with Rockstar. And it's obvious to me they have a contract. It's obvious. Because when Strauss Zelnick at the earnings call was asked about this, he was asked like 3 different times about this, about why they're partnering it. He wouldn't go into specifics on the deal. He would just say that Netflix has been a great partner and we're going to show it with Netflix first. That's basically what he said. He wouldn't go into specifics. So it's obvious they have some kind of deal. So Rockstar, even if they want to right now, they can't release the trailer right now because Netflix wants it on August 27th. If they released it right now, they'd be in violation of their contract with Netflix, and it would be really bad for them, and then Netflix could end up suing them. So that's what could happen. So is the ideal thing in this situation would have been to, release the footage right now, release the thing right now to stop all the spread of misinformation and all the people that are posting on it, but they can't do it because of their deal with Netflix. So I'm saying because they got greedy and they decided to, sign up this deal with Netflix, which was just so stupid. It was, you're literally, they literally made a contract with Netflix over an advertisement. And they were promoting, they made an ad to promote an advertisement. So if they never had that deal, they could have, done more damage control today, and they could have, fixed it. But now, because they had that deal, ironically, it's just gonna it's backfiring on them pretty badly. And I will say this: I have a bit of different humor than a lot of other people. People think that I don't laugh, but I do. But I just think that this is funny. Is that they could have released it today, but now they can't because they wanted to sign a deal with Netflix and they wanted to make money from that, but now it bit them in the back right now. This and it's my luck. I have such crappy luck. I do. Because in December 2023 I bought Take-Two stock hoping to flip it when the trailer arrives, and now I bought Take-Two stock. I've been holding it for a bit, but I was expecting with this trailer that it would go up, and the exact same thing happens where now stuff gets leaked again and the stock goes down. So like I guess I just have such bad luck, but I even find it funny personally. It happened to me twice now. But now, the last thing that I wanted to talk about here is the map itself. So now we got that out of the way and how Netflix shot themselves in the foot. Let's talk about, or Rockstar shot themselves in the foot with the Netflix stuff. Let's talk about the map now. Let's talk about it. Okay, so guys, I can't show you the map again because I could get struck, but I will break down the map and I will tell you guys essentially what I think. So if anybody, if you want to Google the map, look it up and just look at the map while you're watching this video, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But again, I can't show the map on the screen because I'm going to get struck. Now, starting off the bat, I'm going to say I don't think the map is real. I don't think it is. I think parts of the map could be real. That's what, because it's getting struck. So the best evidence that the map is real is that it's getting taken down. That when people posting it is getting taken down. Now, here's what I think. I think that one of two things for this map. I think that either the map is totally fake, or the second thing is that the map is partially real. It's a beta build. That's what it could be. Because this hack could have been from information that got years ago. That's what could happen. And so this map could have had more stuff added to it. But I will tell you something is, and I'm looking at the map right now on my computer, I just can't show you guys it, is looking at the map, I'm a little bit disappointed, and a lot of other people were, because to me it looks pretty similar to GTA 5's map. Is I know they have the southern islands and stuff like that, but just the whole layout of it. And what has me the most concerned about the map is that there is so many hills on it. There are so many hills. There's not even anything there. There's no trails or anything. There's just hills. It's like GTA 5's map, where the main problem with GTA 5's map is that it just had so many hills. That was the problem with it. And while I'm not necessarily against hills, but like when a huge part of your map is just hills, and you have nothing on there, it's basically this filler. It's basically just putting these hills in with nothing in them really, and then acting like your map is big when it's not. This is why I say that San Andreas is an even bigger map than GTA 5, because while San Andreas might not be bigger in just the actual size. It's bigger in content. It has three cities, three big cities: Las Venturas, San Fierro, Los Santos. It has multiple small towns, where GTA 5 has how many? It has about three towns. You have Sandy Shores, you have Grapeseed, Paleo Bay. I don't really count Chumash as a town. It's more of like a suburb of Los Santos. But that's that. Where San Andreas, you have a lot of these smaller towns. You have different environments. You have the desert. You have the canyon. You have a military base in the desert. I know you have the base in Zancudo, but I'm just more talking about the San Andreas style of it. The San Andreas, the environment, you have the forest, big hills. You have uh, water too. You have lakes, stuff like that. You have bridges that are connecting the area. So San Andreas, the world to me, like farms, the world to me in San Andreas, the mountains and everything like that, it just feels bigger. It feels like an actual world. So I'm not saying that GTA 5's map sucks, but it's like out of all of the HD Universe maps, GTA 5's map disappoints me the most. My favorite one is the Liberty City map in GTA 4. It's my favorite HD Universe map. I even like Chinatown Wars' map better than GTA 5's map, and I do mean that. So I'm not saying it's an absolutely terrible map, but I'm saying that the problem with GTA 5's map is that you're just stuck in Los Santos the entire time, and it's like you don't really have a reason to go anywhere else unless you're doing missions up there. So like missions are the only thing that's going to actually take you up there to Sandy Shores or Paleto Bay. Other than that, almost everyone hangs out in Los Santos. And if you just look at GTA lobbies, like GTA Online, everybody's always in the city, in Los Santos. But when I played San Andreas as a kid, I would spend days, like real life days, in just Las Venturas, San Fierro, or Los Santos, because like each city was so unique and had so much stuff to do in each city. Where in GTA 5 you feel like it's just Los Santos and then just a big amount of countryside. So going back to the map here, that's my problem, is that there's just so many hills. So it's almost like Rockstar did not listen to the criticism that GTA 5 had with the map layout, but also is, if we look at the top of the map, there's a place called Lummox County. And I have a problem with Lummox County for two reasons. The first reason is exactly what I said, that the map is just all hills. It's all countryside. So like in Lummox County, I'm not even seeing any towns or anything up there. There all it is just hills. It's just a bunch of roads going through mountains and stuff like that. But I see no towns. Nothing up there in Lummox County. I just see a bunch of trails and I just see some islands. And the islands I see to the north don't have anything on them. They don't have any bridges or anything like that connecting them. So it looks like Lummox County is going to be the most boring part of the map. Probably the place that the least amount of people visit, if that is a real place. And the second reason, this is probably the biggest reason on why I think that the map isn't real, is where is Gloriana? Because the middle of the map says Leonida. So if anybody's looking at the map right now as I'm describing it, you see Leonida says in the middle of the map, but where is Gloriana? Where is Gloriana? Gloriana, for people that don't know what Gloriana is Georgia in the HD universe. It's a separate state. So you know how in GTA 4 we had two different states? We had Liberty State and then we had Alderney State. Alderney, was the left side. It was not part of Liberty City. It was based on New Jersey. That's what Alderney State is. It's New Jersey. Where here, you should have Georgia to the north. And so, ideally, the map would say, for example, it would say Gloriana or something like that up there, but we don't. We have license plates from Gloriana, so we know that it's a location in the game. I don't see why they would add license plates for Gloriana, but not have Gloriana as an actual location in the game. So that's my first problem, why I think the map isn't real. It's that it has too many hills, not really anything up on the top of the map, and on top of that, where is Gloriana? It is not there. Now, Vice City is in the bottom right of the map, and Vice City, to me, does not actually seem even like a very big map. It doesn't seem much bigger than Los Santos' map. Maybe because of the islands and the water that's connecting Vice City, because it has basically like it has two sides to it. It has an island on the right side, and then it has inland on the left side. So maybe I guess a bit similar to the original Vice City, but not entirely. But it doesn't seem as big of a city as I imagined to be. And the other thing I'll say is, if you look at the very bottom of the map, this is supposed to be the Florida Keys, which is probably the location I was the most interested in. The Florida Keys, you see like one island that's going down with like, it looks like a safe house, it looks like some kind of safe house logo, and it looks like a ski mask logo. I don't know what that would be, like a mission indicator. So there's like some small towns there, but then as we go on, there's like an island with basically almost nothing on it. But then we keep going, and we have like a single bridge, and the single bridge leads to like a larger island, and that larger island has like a massive airport on it. Like looks like a pretty big airport to me. Like what I'm seeing right here, like the runways, it's a pretty big airport. So I don't know why you would have this one island all the way at the very bottom of the map, and it's a pretty bigger island, but almost the entire island, almost all of it, is basically just a giant airport. Now, they might be going for saying, oh, this is a military base. Maybe that's what they will be going for, but this doesn't make sense to me. You would have this, I understand that you would have like airstrips and stuff like that, but like having this one island, that's all the last bridge goes to, and there's basically this giant like airport and stuff like that. So I'm not saying that I'm right. I could be wrong, and this could very much be the map. But it just doesn't seem to me like it could be the map. And we have some small towns also outside of Vice City, but these small towns, they don't appear that big. They're very small. There may be like a few blocks each town, like very, very small, which has me like very disappointed if that is the case. So I'm not trying to be a hater or anything like here, but I personally don't think that this is the real map. I think the real map is bigger. I think the real map is more detailed. So it's either one of two things. Either, in my opinion, the map is entirely fake, or two, it is a beta map, and this map was designed, not fully. So they might have added more to this map and stuff like that. So that's basically what I think about it, because if this is the real map, this map is going to suffer from the same problem that GTA 5 suffered from, where everybody is going to be in Vice City just like they were in Los Santos, and nobody is basically going to go in the countryside other than missions. That is going to be. So, like, when you're doing the single-player story and stuff like that, yes, it'll take you through the countryside, I get that. But then after that, is as people are just not going to visit the countryside. So I wanted more stuff in the countryside, more settlements, more cities, more towns and stuff like that. So I just can't imagine that they're not going to have, like, at least some other city, like a smaller city or something like that in the countryside. I think that they would. So, where's Jacksonville? Something like that. Like, you have, like, a mini Jacksonville. You might have, like, something for Gloriana. So that's ultimately my thing. But the biggest evidence that the map is real, like I said, the biggest evidence is that when you post a picture of the map, you're getting struck too. So like that might be just because the map is a beta build, or it might be because, Rockstar just doesn't want any misinformation or anything like that coming out after these leaks and stuff like that. So I will just say that the two videos, yes, I'm pretty confident. I'm like 99% sure that the two videos are real. I think they very much are real, but I think the map itself, I don't think that the map is real. And I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong on this. So, I'll have people that will like, come at me and they'll basically say like, oh, haha, professional, you're an idiot, you were wrong, this is the map and stuff like that. So I'm not one of those people that's saying I'm right. I could very much be wrong, but I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. But I think that the map is I don't think the map is real. That's just basically what I think. When I was shown it the first time by my friend, I looked at it, I didn't think that the map was real, but I could be wrong. But let me know what you guys think down below. That is pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful day, guys.